Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a 2015 Tesla Model S. Very nice car for a very nice guy, and what we have, we got some analyzing to do. This dent was it started here, went all the way down, and then dropped straight down. And then it has a scuff here, and then if you look into the board, we've got a linear dent straight. What is that? That's vertical, right? Almost diagonal vertical right there. About a 6-inch crease. Down here, we've got another little edge of a dent that's going to need some work. I kind of get the feeling that somebody was on a bike or a shopping cart tipped over. I don't know. But something went, and then obviously you can see there's some push marks in it. So, somebody that didn't know how to do paintless dent repair attempted to fix this, and luckily they stopped and said, you know, I don't want to do any more harm than good. So what I'm going to have to do is clean this up. I'm going to do my best to tap down all of these push marks, basically get it real warm, and you know, take it out, do the dent properly, do it right. First things first, we want to get a little bit of a 3M perfected on it and see if some of these little scuffies will come out, because they look like they're just surface plastic. And yes, this is an aluminum panel. This is an electric car, and it's a real nice car. Obviously, to take this to a body shop would be fairly spendy, and so what we're gonna do is, like I sometimes say, is band-aid that situation by getting this to that hopefully 85 to 90% mark. But the customer is well aware that because of the previous push marks, that it's not going to be where I want my level of expectation to end up being. But at this point in the video is when I'm going to say, hey, I sure do appreciate everybody that clicks on the video, everybody that leaves a positive comment. We love it. We always respond to them. Anybody that leaves a negative one, we just delete them. We don't got time for it. So what we do is just try to show what we know, try to help anybody that wants to learn or at least wants to get entertained. And ooh, little go the extra mile on the Tesla emblem. Yeah. And I don't ever claim to be the best dent guy in the world. I think the best dent guy in the world's name is Shane, and most people know that. And I just try to have fun every day, live without stress, gain as much knowledge as we can, and you know, hey, if I can give some away for free, all the better. And on that note, I really appreciate anybody that hits us up on the PayPal link. We don't have a Patreon. We're not really about that money, guys. We're just more about the love of the community. So here's what I'm going to end up doing on this car. We don't have the microphone on, so hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. Excuse me. Looking at it, wow, we got some work. I don't think I'm going to heat it up for the tap downs, but I'm going to sit here and tap for about an hour. About an hour. Seriously, guys, that's easily an hour's worth of tapping. And then what I'm going to do is come back and show you what we've got when it's all back into a dent. And then we will start like working this crease up to here, working this one out here, you know, working this little line. I'm definitely going to be spending all day on this job. This is I look at this job like infinite, the way that the damage is. I could spend forever on it and never be happy, but I've allotted it about 8 hours, so we're going to spend 8 hours on it, and we're going to make it super nice. So I'll come back to you guys in just a bit and show you what we've got after I start tapping down these little baby pushes. Okay guys, we're back with a little bit of an update. Obviously I got the heat gun out, and I have not made any pushes yet. We're still just tapping. I've been tapping the whole time, I think about 2 hours now. I'm just finding those little ridges and breaking them down. sun's finally starting to come out. It was getting kind of cold, so I went and got the heat gun. Lots of tapping. Once again, this is aluminum, and you know, there's a little ridge right here. Trying to give you guys a visual. This is not the way I normally tap. Doing this for the video's sake. I mean, if I want to get down in here and look at it real nice and tight, I know. I've got one up here, one right here. Basically, what I'm doing is undoing any prior tech's work, you know, that basically made the pushes and tightened it up in the wrong places. So I have to bring it back into a dent. Luckily, they stopped before they didn't do anything down here or anything down here. We're going to make these look real nice. And I do see that this one has a double little line on it that's pretty stretched. I mean, black aluminum panel. But I wanted to bring you guys in for a little update on how we're looking. It's starting to kind of look like a dent again. And then when we get it to a dent, we can actually start working. So that's why attempting to do it or having somebody that doesn't know how to do it might actually cost you more time and money and result. You know, so it's one of those things that definitely you don't want to try at home, especially on a dent that's this severe and this long. But I think we're going to end up looking pretty good on this one. If I can get this little area out pretty nice, I know that this area is going to come out nice and this area is going to come out nice. And now that I look down here, it goes all the way down. There's a little scuff through here, but luckily that scuff came off the paint. A little bit left of it. I mean, I'll hit it up again with 3M. But thought I'd bring you in for a little bit more tapping. Literally, I've been tapping for an hour and a half. And when I start making my pushes, we'll come on back and show you what we got. Okay guys, we're back. I'd say we're about halfway through. I've done a couple of these little creases. Not even all the way. Not even all the way. I've just tightened them up. I've still got to dial in there and get them out, but that's the way that I'm going to get them out, and this is also the way that this one is starting to come out. Still a little high, still some high pushes in there. I literally tapped them down for like 2 hours. And then when I started making my soft pushes through the top here, it started to close up right about here. We have a lot of work to do. I sure do appreciate everybody sticking through this long of a dent. I've switched to the R4 tip on the little 24-inch RDI dent craft tool, and I'm just in here babying it really slow. I got you guys in for the toughest tight part just to show you kind of what I'm doing. I'm taking it so slow. I spent about 2 hours tapping and then about an hour pushing out some of those other lows, but this is very the highest difficulty. Anytime something has already been messed with and you didn't get to take it from the start, always makes it, like right off the bat, twice the difficulty level. So this is like a level 10 difficulty dent, twice the difficulty level. You know, double difficulty. I don't even know how to say that, but very tough. So most of these weird pushes that you're seeing are not mine. I think I made one little miss push somewhere around here and had to tap it down, but tool slipped on me. As you see right now, I'm using my hand as the fulcrum and my thumb is just holding that tool in place so it doesn't slip around sideways. And the pressure that I'm pushing, I really can't put more than 5 or 6 pounds of pressure before it starts hurting my hand. So it kind of gives me a good threshold. I use my own pain as a threshold to stop me from making too severe of a push, because my hand is literally the fulcrum. If you see, it feels it. But this is a real slow process, guys. I sure appreciate everybody that's stuck through to this point or seen this point and not just skipped right to the end to see the outcome. But you know, honestly, like I said to the customer, I don't think I'll ever be happy with this outcome because of the way that the dent was initially. but we're gonna do what we can. We always do here at PDR. Just do the reels. I mean, if we can make this look better, we will. And if I work on it all day and still have nightmares on it, so be it. Hopefully the customer is happy with what I promise and what he gets, because it sure is a nice car and it deserves to look nice. So we're gonna try real hard, and I have been keeping the heater on it every once in a while when I'm making some strong pushes like I am right now. Oh, that hurts. Making some strong pushes through the middle. Some of these lines are coming out, and once I actually get the rest of this kind of weird tight football area out a little bit more, I can flush off these. I'll come back and show you guys more, or the end result, in a little bit. But for the meantime, I'm just going to be sitting here and dialing in for donuts by holding my hand right up on it. I know right where I'm at now, and I'm like, my thumb is on the inside of this panel. It's not very warm. I didn't get it very warm at all, and I'm doing some real work here. Let's make some of this dent come out. Oh, this is the difference between the pushes that I'm making and the pushes that were initially in it. So the difference is, my pushes, I'm just making them very, 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 I don't know, soft pushes. I'm going as slow as I can without moving too much metal at one time is the whole trick. Because I'm not trying to get the dent out right now, I'm just trying to shallow it. I just want it to be little tiny pockets that then I can get in there and dial in and make those tiny little pushes. But if I make them too severe right now, it's going to ruin it. So either way, we will come back to you guys in just a bit and show you some more progress. Okay guys, here's what we are getting close to. I wouldn't say ended up with, because I've still got probably another hour to just mess around with this little line. This was obviously the worst part of it. This line right here, I straightened up a lot, and this line down here, I straightened up almost all the way. I'll get a little bit more of these little bumps out of this line and straighten that out nice, but this right here is gonna be the problem. So we're gonna do whatever we can to keep it warm, tap down any highs that are remaining, and push out any lows that are remaining. But just so you guys know, and everybody's fully aware of this situation, this was a really severe crease, guys. This is some stretched metal in an aluminum panel, and I told the customer straight off the bat, there is no way this thing's coming out 100%. Just, it's not. And especially with the previous damage with it, this would be, even if it didn't have that, I would call it an 80% fix, because with our eye as a good, guy with the dent board and can look it through all the lines and stuff, we know it's still there. But the difference between getting that big, huge crease out and still having it there, just takes a little bit more. We're gonna come back and show you the end result here in just a bit, but I wanted to bring you in for just what I'm doing now. Got the normal R4 tip, put my hand all the way up in here behind it, and I'm using the fog, and I'm just babying it. I'm giving it little 4-pound pushes, and working that out, keeping it real warm. So once again, one more little clip, and we'll come back and show you the end result in just a bit. Okay guys, here's what we ended up with. Definitely not great in this area because of the damage that was poured prior, but right here, we had 3 little lines that came out real nice. This one, what we were aiming for is getting it out without cracking any paint, obviously. And it was a real severe crease, guys. So not only was it an S shape, but it was super severe. And for what we got out of it, we basically straightened up all these little lines, and then that little area is kind of a hamburger Swiss cheese, horrible, a nightmare for a dent guy. This definitely was a nightmare dent all day. But we just did what we could, and I think I gave the customer exactly what I promised here, which was, we make it not so much of an eyesore, but if you catch the right angle on it, you're going to see all the work that I had to do. And he said he was fine with that. Hopefully he'll be happy when he comes and picks it up. But other than that, you know, this was just a long day in nightmare land of dents. So I definitely don't claim to leave every dent like this. I don't claim that this is perfect. I don't claim that this is even good. But if you guys, you know, appreciate the work that went into it to make it the way it is, hopefully the customer does too. Leave a like, you know, let me know what you think. Put a comment down below. What we're trying to do is just help him stay out of the body shop, which was going to be about 5 times the price. So, you know, what I wanted to do is just make it as least of an eyesore as possible and minimize the poor prior from the previous tech that did some pushes on it. So, like I say, guys, I wouldn't even normally take on a dent like this, but I just wanted to do it as a favor for a really good person. And if you like what you saw there, hit us up with a like. And other than that, I'll just say the thing. This has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace.